GF wanted to spend her birthday with her friends instead of me. So I quietly canceled the beach trip I had planned for us without telling her first. Now she's furious, not because of the cancelled trip, but because I didn't inform her about my plans beforehand. Hi, 28, male, have been with my girlfriend, 25, female, for 8 months. My girlfriend has had a very tight-knit group of girlfriends since high school and she never does anything without consulting them first. We met at a work event a year ago and got to talking and I asked her out several times before she finally said yes. The reason for that, I found out later, was that she was waiting for her friends to approve of me. I thought it was a little strange that she couldn't even say yes to a date without her friends' permission, but she told me that this was normal in her circle, so I didn't question it any further. I've met her friends and they seem to be nice people, so I don't have any issues. They must be looking out for their friend as well, so I guess this works for my girlfriend. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, my girlfriend told me that she'd always loved the idea of going on a beach trip with her partner, but it never materialized because of some reason or other. Her birthday was coming up, so I decided to surprise her with a beach trip. I planned it all and booked a relaxing spa for her as well, just to make it extra special. Obviously, she didn't know anything about it, and I made sure that I didn't give it away since I was pretty bad at secrets. I was really excited about this trip as well since this would be the first big thing that I did for my girlfriend and I wanted it to be as memorable as possible. But then a few days before her birthday, she sat me down and told me that she wanted to go out partying with her friends. She said that they'd been planning to take her out for weeks and promised to make it up to me later on. I asked her if her friends could do it at a later date, but she told me that she's the one who wanted to spend her birthday with them and hoped that I wouldn't take it to heart. Of course, saying that didn't help since it did hurt me that she didn't want to spend her day with me. I tried to convince her, but in the end, she just got annoyed with me and told me that she wasn't going to change her mind and I needed to suck it up and accept her decision. I was really upset about what she'd said, so I decided to cancel the trip entirely. I did lose some money, but whatever. I was really pissed off and hurt that she would rather spend her birthday with her friends than with me. I mean, I understand that she's been friends with them for a long time, but as her boyfriend, I was really looking forward to spending time with her as well. She spends every single weekend going out with her friends and stuff and I never mind it simply because I know how much her friends mean to her. I just wanted her to spend time with me over her friends, and I know that makes me sound selfish, but it just sucks that she always picks her friends over me. I canceled the trip and I didn't even bother to tell her about what I'd planned since I'd really wanted it to be a surprise and she'd already ruined it all by saying that she wanted to be with her friends instead of me. It was her birthday yesterday and she did end up spending it partying with her friends and they seemed to have had a lot of fun. My friends found it a little weird as well, but I didn't care. I was really upset the whole day and tried not to think about it. Today, she came over and I tried to act as though nothing had happened. She seemed to be quite happy as well and was telling me all about how her friends had gotten her drunk and how much fun they'd had without even noticing how hurt I looked. After a while, I felt like I was going to cry and I didn't want to seem like a baby in front of her, so I excused myself to go to the loo. I was extremely upset about everything that had happened in the past few days and didn't know how to tell her that I was feeling neglected without seeming like I was insecure. Anyway, I washed my face and went back out so that I could try to talk to her about how she was making me feel. But when I came back out, I noticed that my girlfriend looked serious and saw that my phone was clutched in her hand. As soon as she saw me, she approached me and showed me my phone screen demanding an explanation as to why I canceled her birthday trip. The resort that I booked had sent a text about how they regretted that I had canceled my stay and informed me that my refund was complete now with all the details included. I guess my girlfriend saw that and realized what had happened. But instead of seeming sorry, she seemed angry. And that was pretty confusing for me. Keeping my calm, I told her that I'd cancel the trip the day she told me that she'd rather spend her birthday with her friends instead. And when I said that to her, she totally flipped out on me and started yelling at me about how I'd ruined her birthday. She was really pissed off and said that I had been extremely immature and that I should have at least told her about my plan to try and convince her to come with me. I didn't understand how any of this was my fault since I'd done something to surprise her, but she's the one who rejected it without even giving me a chance. I reminded her that I'd even tried to get her to spend a day with me, but she's the one who was hell-bent on going out with her friends and even ended up fighting with me when I was trying to convince her. She got even more annoyed while I was arguing with her and called me immature and selfish, and then she accused me of ruining her special day on purpose once again. So I shot right back saying that had she at least given me a chance to take her out, then she would have known what I had in store for her. So she only has herself to blame in this situation, and calling me immature wasn't going to change what had already happened. I told her that she needed to reevaluate her priorities and stop acting like she and her friends were still in high school. She was already pretty upset, and when I said that, she called me a jerk and left my house in tears. It's been 2 hours since she left, and while initially, I had felt better after fighting with her and getting it all off my chest, I actually do feel like a total jerk right now. I can't get the image of her crying out of my head and feel like I did ruin her birthday somehow, even though the logical part of my brain says that I'm not responsible for this. It's just that I really like this woman, and apart from her sort of juvenile behavior when it comes to her friends, she's pretty much perfect. Don't get me wrong. I love the fact that she's so loyal to her friends, since it just goes to show that she's just a loyal and trustworthy person in general. But sometimes it feels as though she likes spending time with them more than she does with me, and that's really hurtful. I think anyone in my place would feel the same way as well. However, I think this time I might have acted rashly and ended up hurting her feelings. I don't feel good about what I did and what I said in the least, even though I thought that getting this weight off my chest would make me feel better about this situation. But it didn't. And now I'm feeling really confused. On one hand, I want to apologize to her and just get this fight over with. But on the other hand, I know that this isn't my fault. She's always put her friends above me. And while I know that she's known them a lot longer than she's known me, it obviously doesn't hurt any less. I'm lost and I truly have no idea what to do right now. I'm panicking because if I don't do something fast, I might end up losing her. I don't want to risk that, but I don't want to apologize either, to be honest, which is why I'm here to ask Ida to cancel the beach trip I planned for my girlfriend's birthday after she told me that she wanted to spend the day with her friends instead. 1 day has passed since our fight and this is probably the longest that we've gone without speaking to each other. It feels weird as hell, but I'm not going to apologize to her first if that's what she's expecting. I thought about this situation real hard and I just cannot understand how exactly I am in the wrong here. I don't think I am. So I'm not gonna apologize either. And I'm guessing my girlfriend has already told her friends about this incident because a few minutes ago I checked my social media and realized that some of them had blocked me. The ones who hadn't were posting cryptic quotes and pictures of them with my girlfriend about how she deserved better. It irked me a lot that they were enabling her and making her feel even more as though she was the victim of something terrible and not just the consequences of her own actions. Moreover, I couldn't believe that these women who had been so nice to me every time I'd met them had turned on me and were now trying to make me the bad guy despite knowing damn well that I'm not. If they were good friends of my girlfriend and wanted the best for her, they would have explained to her that she was wrong here. And what I did was just natural, but they're adding fuel to the fire instead. It's just disgusting. And honestly, I think they're just not happy that my girlfriend has a partner. Now that I think of it, there are 7 other girls in her group and none of them have had the same boyfriend for over 3 months.